My name is Sue Barron, and this is my son Bryan, and Bryan has dystonia. And we started a support group in Rhode Island for people that have dystonia, just to get more information and support. And then we kind of found out that there were people in Massachusetts and Connecticut, close by, that were also looking for support. And the foundation helps and supports us in supporting other people. Lind, she moderates a Yahoo group for people with dystonia or people looking to have DBS, deep brain stimulation surgery. And when Bryan went to Mass General Hospital, the doctors there told us about the Yahoo group. And we went onto that Yahoo site and we talked to other families online about dystonia and possibility of having the DBS. And there were a lot of families with children that either had it or had dystonia. And then our local newspaper did an article on Bryan for dystonia awareness, and that day she ended up passing that article along to the Dystonia Medical Research Foundation, and then they called us and they asked us if they could have Bryan answer some questions, and they put his picture and his story in the Dystonia dialogue. And then we just kind of started keeping in touch with them, going onto the website, learning more about dystonia and how it's affecting him, and then how it affects other people, and learning their stories. Then Paula Snyder, who also works at the Dystonia Medical Research Foundation, she started to help us look for maybe a possibility of a support group closer to us, but there weren't any. So then we decided on our own, well, maybe if we could find enough people in our area that had dystonia, maybe we could just have our own support group. It's kind of a split group. There are a lot of people, there are a lot of families with teenagers. And then there are a lot of older people who have had dystonia for 10, 15 years. So I try to help and represent the parents and the children, and then the other two women kind of help the other people. Because I think it's different. When you have dystonia, you make decisions for yourself, and then if you're a parent of a child, you make different decisions for someone else, instead of if you have something. When we first found out that Bryan had dystonia, at first you're just kind of devastated when you come to the realization of what it is and how you're going to help your child, or how you're going to deal with it, how you're going to get better. And a lot of the people that came to the first couple of meetings were just diagnosed. So we had already kind of been through all those emotions, so we were able to kind of comfort them. And then they saw Bryan before and after he had the surgery, but even during when he was just taking the medicine, and he did get better somewhat before he had the surgery. And then it kind of made them feel better, because then they would see how they were, but they hadn't really seen a doctor yet, or they just started in a movement disorder clinic, so they don't know what's to come. So you kind of support them and just comfort them, and we're able to give them information and ask them what they want from the group, and we try to provide good speakers and help them just kind of maneuver or navigate, what kind of medicine they can take, or what kind of exercises they can do to make them feel better. And just be there, just be there, just listen to what they have to say and try to figure out how you can help them. And I think that it's helped them a lot because they email me all the time and they seem happier, or they got questions answered that they couldn't get answered before, or they started a new medication and they feel better. So, it's helping. Or just, even when all the kids get together, they just, they can relate to each other. Like, I'm not the only one with dystonia, especially like the teenagers. Kids make fun of them, or, they don't understand what the deep brain stimulation surgery was. So at least the kids can all get together and they all go through the same things. So I think it helps the kids a lot, as much as the adults. The adults get a lot out of it too. And then I wouldn't do it alone. Like, if I didn't have Sandy and Maureen's help. You need help of other people to kind of get it to. And my husband helps a lot too. And you have to find a place to meet. So if you can get a doctor involved, or the doctor that you see for dystonia involved, maybe be your medical liaison. But I wouldn't do it alone. Even if it's a friend that doesn't have dystonia, just someone to help you coordinate everything. We send emails out, we have a Facebook page. There's a lot.
My family out.
Yep.
Stuff.
They help us out.
Yeah.
Yep. So there's a lot of work involved if you want to, and getting speakers, that kind of thing. So you need other people in the medical field to kind of help you navigate those kinds of things. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for supporting the Dystonia Medical Research Foundation.